Have you ever been frustrated with your current website platform? Maybe it's too hard to update, too expensive to maintain, or just doesn't give you the flexibility you need. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. It might be worth considering migrating to WordPress. Whether your website is on AEM, Drupal, Sitecore, or any other custom CMS, let's understand the basic principles involved in migrating your site. Today, we are going to cover what are things to consider while migrating to WordPress, general process, and broad level checklist. Hi, I'm Akshay Rani. I work as a project manager at Multidots. I have handled few handful of projects in the migration. I'm here to share my learnings with you. Let's get started. First and the foremost thing is we need to understand what is the pain point or what is the objective behind the migration. Okay, let's say it could be, let's say the current platform, maybe they are charging for too much for the expansion or the scalability point of view, or they're charging per transaction fee, which is making it difficult for the client. So the cost efficiency could be one of the reason. There could be possibility that the related SEO content, the meta keywords, or any other tags they want to add for the enhancement. There is no flexibility to it. Therefore, for the SEO reason, the client is planning to switch to WordPress. There could be a possibility where the content management is a little difficult, or they, for a small request, you need to reach out to developers to make any changes, which is a tedious. And for the user-friendly content management, you are planning to switch to WordPress. Or there is a possibility that your current platform does not support integration with other platforms, which is the reason making it tedious for to work or to scale in the current platform. Now, so the cost efficiency, SEO capabilities, content management, or integration with other platforms. These are the typical reasons that I have noticed that there is a need to migrate it to the WordPress, or they are planning to switch to a different platform. Okay. Now let's say you have another need and you want to migrate to WordPress. Okay, now things you need, the first and the foremost thing we need to consider is we need to understand the current site architecture, and then we need to build a strategy around it. Okay, so first point is what needs to be migrated. So there could be a data, there could be articles, list of articles, the products data, the customers data. There are some integrations which are present, and for that there is a for integration data that is present in the current platform, which is important for the business that we need to migrate it. So list it out those points, list it out the items which we need to migrate. Now, due to the limitations of the current platform, let's say in the article, you are planning to add the video content, but due to the limitations of the current platform, you're not allowed to do so. Okay. So, what enhancement are you looking out? That also we need to list it out. Okay. Another thing is maybe due to the current architecture limitations or due to the wrong architecture building, there are some duplicates content, or there are some outdated content that you don't want to migrate, that you want to discard it. Okay, so this is the right time because we are doing the migration, and this is the right time to regroup it, rework it. Okay, so list it out the points which we want to discard it. Okay, now you have the pointers. Now we need to do the mapping. Let's see the articles. We go to the WordPress post. Okay, now if there are any items that we need that we need to go to, that we need to create a custom post type, we need to create the categories or taxonomies where this contains will map it to. So that mapping we need to create. We also need to consider the current ACO data. However, it is stored. We need to map it to the whichever plugin we choose in the WordPress, and we need to map it and save it in the appropriate place so that the SEO data is intact, and the SEO and the SEO value should not get dropped. Okay. Yeah. Another checklist is third-party integration. If there are any third-party integration at the current platform, or if you want to make it, so that also we need to consider it. So, for example, there could be a HubSpot integration, Mailchimp integration. So we can use either go with the available plugins in the WordPress, or if you need to make some customizations for it, so that also we need to list it out. Now, there are any business specific requirement because of which if there is any customization which is done in the current website. That also we need to consider it while making the new website. Okay. Now the WordPress comes with some default features. Like the old platform also comes with some default features. Now let's see the some of the feature which is not default in WordPress. Okay. So that point also we need to take into consideration. Okay. And so that it is handy for the team. Okay. Now we have done the site audit. We understood what is the current architecture, how we are going to map it to the new website. Mm, Everything other points are done. Okay. I will also recommend you take the current benchmark of the website. Okay, the performance benchmark, the accessibility pointers benchmark, so that it will be easy and handy for the comparison. And at the later stage, there are websites which provide the sitemap, but depending on the platform, it does have a sitemap in it, please. Okay, but some places the sitemap is not present. Okay, and in general also there are tools like the Screaming Frog which will become handy into the picture so that you can take the current website crawling. Okay, you will understand what are the website URLs present in the current website, or you will also understand which URLs are giving 404 errors. Okay, and that needs to be tagged in the new platform. Okay, which are the images or assets which are present. Okay, that also that will be keep in handy for the migration purpose. Okay. And let's say you want to redesign the website. Okay. So it will go into the design stage and then it will go into the development stage. Okay. Let's see all the essential parameters are taken care of. The design is ready, the mapping is ready, and let's move on to the development phase. Okay. So we'll do the data migration, we'll keep a backup, build the required features, we'll present it to the client, we'll take a sign off from it them. Will provide a training so that the new WordPress tools, that is a WordPress default system, and the new tools we have built for them are handy and it useful, and it is easy for them to work on. We will also provide a after launch support. Okay. Now these are the typical steps that we will consider while during the development or taking a feedback from the client. Okay. Now, let's say we have started the development process today, okay, and it took us 2 months, approx time period, to build the essential features, to build some integrations. We have given a demo to the client, took a sign off, we have done the thorough testing, and we took get the sign off. We provided training. Client is also comfortable with the features. Where we can move to the launch process, okay. But in that period, 2 months have been passed on. Okay. So, in that 2 month time period, the old platform must have created a new content. There will be some content which has been updated in the platform. So, that also we need to consider while before launching the website. Okay. Now, let's consider the essential step for the migration. Okay. For the launch process, actually. So, we need to understand, we need to do the migrate, we need to verify the content. Okay. We also need to do the cross-browser testing if whether the website is passing the validations checklist or as per the standard, it is accessibility points, performance points has been taken care of. While doing the development, let's say we linked the current platform to the sandbox account. Then before the launch, we need to link it to the correct platform. Okay, let's say it could be a payment gateway. So it needs to be linked to the correct live production account. Okay, let's say we have a HubSpot form integration in place. Then it is linking to the correct HubSpot account, and the records are going into the correct HubSpot account. That also and we need to verify it. Now we can run it through the broken link checker. So to identify if there are any broken links. And we need to clean up the unused data. So for the testing purpose, we generally create few records and other stuff. But that also we need to clean it up. Maybe we have added some plugins for the benchmark point of view, or just for the testing point of view, or just to do the migration. So that also we can, and that we need to turn it off. But that also the data that has been added because of which that we need to clean it up. Okay. So these are the essential steps for the launch process. Now let's say you are taken all these steps, you are ready for the launch. Okay. before the launch, we need to be the essential step that gets involved is DNS migration. Okay, so the DNS TTL we need to keep it low, so that the DNS will get reflected easily in a shorter time span. I usually keep it low as 1 minute or 2 minutes as most. Okay. At some platform, I have seen that the DNS gets reflected globally within a 5 to 10 minutes. But for depending on the platform you're using, okay, the hosting and the DNS where it is hosted. Okay, it could take up to 24 hours for to migrate it for the DNS changes to take place globally. Okay, so your website won't be down. For some of the user, your old website is visible. For some of the users, their no website is visible. Scenario could happen. Okay, and depending on the DNS propagation time, your new website will be completely visible after 24 hours for the new users for all over worldwide. That scenario could happen. Okay, so be prepared for it. Okay, make sure you're scheduling the DNS migration where the traffic is very low and there is no active launch thing, active sale time period in the platform. Okay. Um, let's say we have done the migration. Okay. Now, after the DNS changes, what could be the steps that needs to be taken care of? Like post-launch thing. Okay. So after the post-launch, and let's first and the foremost thing is you need to shut down your old website or change it in a way so that it is only accessible to the logged in user and only the admin can access it. Maybe you need to access it just to verify some of the content or if there are any new records which got created during this DNS propagation. So that also we need to take care of and we can migrate it. Okay. After the in the new checklist, okay, after the new site is ready, we first need to understand, we need to verify whether the security measures are in place, SSL certificates are proper, backups are in place, backups are working, backups are created, backups are getting created up to the required sites. Okay. Analytics are in place. Sitemap, new sitemap, if it is generated, the sitemap is submitted. SEO data is in place. 301 redirects are in place. Okay. So these are the essential items you can consider as a checklist after the post launch. Okay. Now, what we are trying to cover today is the basic generalistic migration things. Okay. If when we consider a specific platform, let's say AEM or a Drupal, okay, the platform specific things can also be considered. But I hope you got some essential checklists or essential things that you need to consider while doing the migration. In case you have any doubts, you can get in touch with our team and they will be happy to help. Thank you so much for listening to me and I hope you got essential things. Thank you so much.